In today's video, we will understand about what is covalent bond. So consider the formation of hydrogen molecule, that is H2. We know that here the combining atoms are hydrogen atom having one electron each in the outermost cell. Now, can two hydrogen atom in the hydrogen molecule be held together by ionic bonding? The answer is absolutely not, because both the combining atom here of hydrogen are identical to each other. That means they have the same tendency to gain or lose the electron to attain the nearest noble gas configuration. Therefore, Lewis and Langmuir suggested that when both the atoms taking part in the chemical combination are short of electrons, then the nearest inner gas configuration is achieved by mutual sharing of electron or mutual sharing of their valence shell electron between the combining atom to complete its octet or the duplet. So what happens here? This hydrogen will share its electron with the another hydrogen like this, so that both will have two electrons in their outer shell and complete their duplet. So these type of bond that are formed by mutual sharing of electron between two combining atoms are known as the covalent bond. So here also the bond formed by mutual sharing or mutual and equal sharing of electrons between combining atom is known as covalent bond. And in the covalent bond formation, the first thing to note that is the sharing of electron between combining atom is mutual and equal. Second thing, the shared pair electron will belongs to both the combining atoms, and the shared pair of electron act as a cementing force that held their nuclei together. That means here this hydrogen will be connected to this hydrogen through covalent bonding, because this sharing attached both the combining atoms. Now going ahead towards the example of covalent bonding, that is the hydrogen molecule, you can see here both the hydrogen atom have one electron. They will share this one electron, and this sharing will make a single covalent bond between the hydrogen atoms, because we know that here both the hydrogen duplet is completed, so that they achieve the nearest noble gas configuration, that is of helium. And this dash is the representation of covalent bonding. Now talking about chlorine, we know that chlorine electronic configuration is 287 because its atomic number is 17. So here we know that chlorine only needs one electron to complete its octet. So what happens between two chlorine molecules? So here both the atoms will have 7 electron in the outermost shell. So they will share one electron from each side, so that the octet of chlorine will be completed. You can see here through the dot structure of chlorine molecule formation. So here what happened? The one electron from this chlorine and one electron from this chlorine goes into the covalent bonding and forms the chlorine molecule by single covalent bonding, right? That satisfy the octet of both the chlorine atom. Now talking about the formation of oxygen molecule. So oxygen atomic number is 8, that means its electronic configuration will be 2 and 6, that has 6 electrons in the valence shell. You can see here through the dot structure, it only needs 2 electrons to complete its octet to get the electronic configuration of neon, that is 2 and 8. So what happens? Both the atoms of oxygen share 2 electrons from each side. Mutual and equal sharing of electron is happening here. So what happens? 4 electrons are shared in the bond, and hence the double covalent bond, you can see here double covalent bond is formed between oxygen, that will result in the formation of oxygen molecule. And this double covalent bond means 4 electron is shared between the two oxygen atoms. Now moving ahead towards nitrogen molecule. So nitrogen atomic number is 7 and its configuration is 2 and 5. That means it has 5 electrons, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 in the outermost shell. So they combine to share 3 electrons, because nitrogen needs 3 electrons to complete its octet, right? So they decide to share 3 electrons from each side. That means a total of 6 electrons in the bond. So that's why the bond formed between nitrogen and nitrogen atom is a triple bond, because here a total of 6 electrons, or we can say that 3 pairs of electron is shared, that result in the formation of triple covalent bonding between the nitrogen molecule. Now moving ahead towards covalency. So what is covalency? So covalency is the basically number of valence electrons that is shared between the covalent bond. This is known as the covalency. So, for example, here nitrogen is sharing 3 electrons from each side. So, total of 6 electron is shared. That's why the valency is 6. Right? Now, here example of methane where carbon is a tetravalent atom because here carbon is sharing 4 electrons. All of its 4 electron. Similarly, in case of tetrachloride, carbon tetrachloride, that is also here carbon is sharing 4 electrons. That means carbon is tetravalent atom here. Now, what are the factors that favor covalent bond formation? So first is both the combining atoms should have 4 or more electron in their valence shell. That will result in the formation of covalent bond easily, right? The second case is the combining atom should have high electron affinity, or we can say that high electronegativity, so that they can easily share the electrons between them, right? Third factor is both the combining atoms should have high ionization potential or ionization energy. And the last factor is the electronegativity difference between the two combining atoms should be zero or very small. So these are the conditions for covalent bond formation. Now moving ahead towards the comparison of electrovalent, that is the ionic bond, and the covalent bond. So talking about the nature, so covalent bond exist as molecule while the electrovalent compound, that is the ionic compound, exist as aggregates of positive and negative ions. Talking about physical state, so the ionic or the electrovalent compound are normally crystalline solid while the covalent compounds are gases, liquids and soft solids. Talking about their melting and boiling point, so electrovalent compounds have very high melting and boiling point while covalent compound have very low melting and boiling point. Ionization energy of electrovalent compound in water is oppositely charged ion due to, right? And covalent compound normally do not ionize in water, right? Because they do not have charge separation of positive and negative charge, right? Now talking about solubility, so electrovalent compounds are soluble in water while these compounds are normally insoluble in water. Talking about the covalent compound, right? Now conductivity of electricity, so due to charge separation in electrovalent compounds, that is the positive negative charge separation, so they conduct electricity in the liquid or aqueous state, but they do not conduct electricity in the solid state, while the covalent compound do not conduct electricity because of the absence of ions. So this is the comparison between ionic compound and covalent compounds. So I hope this topic is now clear to you. Thank you.